If you run a D2C e-commerce brand, then you probably know there's money leaking out of your site. You just don't have the time to book a strategy call, talk to a CRO agency, sit through a pitch, and then wait weeks for a response. When it comes to conversions on your website, it's very important for you to have a plan. That's why in this video, I'm going to show you how to get 5 conversion wins in a couple of minutes using our free CRO Auditor. No forms to qualify, no contracts, no commitment. I'm Eduardo, and together with my co-founder, we run Taurist Technologies. We are a data and conversion rate optimization studio. For the past 5 years, I spent pretty much every day auditing, designing, and testing websites for conversions. I've looked at thousands of D2C stores, run countless audits, and over time, you start noticing these patterns pop up over and over again. So here's what I did. I took over 20,000 recommendations that I've been making throughout my career, fed them into a playbook, and together we built this tool that scans your sites and gives you 5 high-level things that you can implement right away, and they work. Normally, to get this kind of advice, you need to jump through hoops to talk to an expert. We wanted to let you skip that step and start getting value instantly. All right, so let me show you how it works. All you do is drop in your homepage or your main money page here, then hit Get My 5 Wins. The auditor will then start scanning the page. The time that it takes depends on how heavy your site is, but it usually takes around 2 to 3 minutes. Here's what is actually happening behind the scenes. The auditor opens your URL in a headless browser and captures a full snapshot of every single section on the page. It analyzes any motos, cart drawers, consent banners, or pop-ups that may appear so that it sees the real user experience. Then it takes that snapshot and hands it off to a proprietary audit agent for analysis against those patterns that I talked about earlier. It's looking at things like where do visitors get confused or stuck, what is missing for them to trust you enough to buy, what layout or copy issues hurt add to cart and checkout completion. The output is not generic best practice tips, it's 5 specific recommendations tailored to the page you submitted, written in the same way that I would talk to you through an audit. All right, so I'm gonna fast forward this for illustration purposes and show you the next step. Before we show you the results, you'll see the screen that asks for your name and email. We do this for 2 reasons. First, we save your audit so you can come back to it or share it with your team. Second, if anything looks off or confusing, it lets me follow up with a quick explanation or a Loom video. We do not sell your data and we do not share it with anyone. So let's go over the audit and what it means for you. Here at the top, you have the URL, so you just make sure that that's correct. And then you have the option to download it as a PDF or just contact us if you have any questions. Same thing with this link. And then you also have the option to share the link with your team. It does expire in 48 hours, so I recommend you download the PDF. At the top, you have a high-level breakdown of the issues and what it found. It gives you a score based on that, and it gives you the 5 issues here at a high level. If you click the learn more, it's going to take you to that section explaining that a little bit better, and I'll show you what that means in a second. You have the site preview, potential uplift, some of the high-level issues that it found outside of these 5, as well as the performance score and the mobile experience. Here we explain how you should act with this report, how you should test, and the way you should work it. But I'm just going to quickly go over some of the recommendations. I'm not going to do them all because it's going to be different for everyone anyway. But I just want to show you the thinking of it and how it works. So here it's talking about the navigation. It's displaying 9 categories, which is a lot. There's no clear visual hierarchy, and that creates decision paralysis. And so what it's suggesting you can do here is group related categories under a mega menu. So for example, the coffee maker, espresso machine, and grinders can fall under brewing equipment. So just to visualize this, when I look at their site at the navigation, you have espresso machine, coffee maker, grinders. You have so many categories that it's a lot. So people can kind of get stuck here. So what it's suggesting is like start putting them in different categories or combining some of these so it's not as many options and create, a mega menu approach. Another category here, another recommendation that it's giving you is the category grid is very artistic. It's not clear what some of these products are. It's a good thing to try and test. Here you have the categories and the images are pretty good and I can kind of tell what they are, but some of them are just too artistic. I don't know, these GIFs images, they kind of look like stock images. So it's saying this, you can try to add how many products are in there so people know. Maybe be more clear, just white space so people can see the actual product there. So those are things that it's recommending that you might want to test. Now, I just want to point out that part of the reason why we built this tool is because of what I experienced working alongside CRO agencies. A lot of times you have to go through the sales process, and then when you finally sign, they pass you off to a project manager or a junior that doesn't really understand what you're going through. A lot of agencies just focus on shipping tests, which is important, but they don't dive deep into your analytics and fix those foundations that makes those tests win in the long term. You end up paying a lot, waiting weeks for answers, and there's no guarantee that you will walk away with clear wins. With Taurist, we wanted to do it differently. We keep the team small and hands-on. When you work with us, you'll be talking directly to the people doing the analysis, the designs, and the testing. And with this tool, we wanted to help more D2C brands like yours get that value up front without asking for anything. So here's the deal. If you run your site through the tool and you're struggling to make sense of the results, or if you feel like it missed something really important, book a call with me directly. I will personally walk through your audit, look at your site live, and still give you 5 concrete ideas you can implement right away. No hard sell, no pressure to hire us. If we're a good fit and we want to work together, great. If not, you still got that free value out of it. To get started, drop in your URL, run the report, and see what it finds for your store. I'm really excited to see what you guys do with it.